we're going to be talking about how I help people, and I'm going to show you, I'm going to walk you through how I help people undo limiting beliefs. I feel like I talk a lot about it, but I don't really show my process, so I'm going to do it with my lovely subject, Mia, today. And I'm going to walk you through how we go from identifying what the old beliefs are, being able to figure out where they're from, where they're rooted in, how to release them and connect them with your somatic symptoms that are happening in your body when those beliefs come up, and then being able to rewrite the new belief and be able to anchor that into parts of your body as well. Because a lot of times we don't recognize this, but our body is sending us messages throughout the day, every day. We just choose whether or not to listen to them or not. And most of the times we ignore it and we don't pick up on things. They build up over time, and that's why our feelings and emotions get anchored into our body, and that's why we have such a visceral reaction when some of these beliefs are triggered or we have things that come up. So, cool? What'd you say?
That's very true.
So usually what I like to do with my clients is I like to have them think of 2 or 3 core limiting beliefs that they have, and how I get them to think about that is to think about what they say about themselves when they mess up or something doesn't go as planned. So
how much time do we have?
We got all day. So let's start with the first one that just pops up.
Well, with my career, being the first one, is that when I maybe feel like I'm very overly ambitious about certain projects, and I start about 5 or 6 different projects, and then I feel like a failure because I am holding myself to a standard of those around me.
So you would say that the old belief is, I'm a failure, I feel like a failure. I want you to say, I'm a failure 3 times out loud.
I am a failure.
As you're saying that out loud, where do you feel it in your body?
In my heart, actually.
So it's a heart-centered belief. When was the first time that you remember a experience or something that happened where this belief was created? Just the first thing that comes into your, it doesn't even have to be the first one, but just one that you can anchor in a little bit.
It really does stem around my career,
Okay.
probably a few years ago,
Okay.
when I didn't receive a promotion that I thought that I was ready for.
So it's anchored to promotion. What was before that? Can you recall the first time that happened where that belief was anchored? Maybe when you were a kid, or experience that you had growing up?
I didn't get in soccer, I didn't get to be the lead head captain for the first year, but then I got it the second year.
Okay, but the first time that it came around, do you remember feeling like, why didn't I get that? So we're gonna go back again. Soccer. Can you close your eyes, take a deep breath, and take me back to that soccer experience where it happened? Start thinking about it. Can you tell me where you were, what you were wearing, who was around you?
I was out on the field, and it was with the entire soccer team. So
Okay.
we were all just wearing our regular get up, just tryout clothes,
Okay.
sort of thing. And we went through a series of just different drills, and at the end, he decided to go ahead and tell us who made captain. And I was all giddy and excited because it was also in front of everybody. So it felt like a praise at the same time, and I was ready for it, and I was already smiling before he even announced it.
Okay.
And he didn't say my name, and my heart sunk.
Got it?
But afterwards, because I knew who the person that it did end up going to, and it was actually my best friend, and I was extremely proud of her, and I ended up being the assistant, so I was fine with that.
So you figured out a way to make it, even though you felt hurt? Is that something that you usually do? You tried to find the silver lining without actually acknowledging how you felt? Cool.
I feel like you don't know me.
I don't know you at all. So what feelings, sensations, thoughts were going on in your head during that time? Can you take me back to those things? So it sounds like you were feeling disappointed, but you were trying to mask it.
Yes, absolutely.
So disappointment. Oh shit, I gotta spell.
APP.
What else were you feeling?
Discouraged. Honestly, when she stood up, I felt proud afterwards.
So it was mixed. You can have 2 things
Because I
can be
didn't,
true.
like, it took me a minute.
Okay.
When the initial announcement happened, I was proud of her when I saw her stand up and how proud she was of herself. So it was a mixture of both. But the rest of the soccer practice, I can tell you that I was probably not my best.
Angry?
I don't think I was angry. I think it was more of sadness than anything else.
Sadness. What sensations were happening in your body? You said the heart dropped. What else we got? Did you get like tingly?
I feel like I was
Numb.
And that's usually how I always am when something happens, and I just go numb, and then I just go through the motions of things. So even if something is happening or there's things that I'm supposed to be doing, I'll just go through the motions of it.
Right, but not actually be present in your body.
In it at all.
Any thoughts that were happening in your head that you can think of, other than feeling a little bit like a failure? Is there anything else that you were thinking, feeling, thoughts?
Why?
That's so interesting because I notice that's something that you and I talk about a lot. Why is this happening?
I just think I go through everything that I did leading up to that point and how I could have done better. What could I improve on? What do I need to fix?
So you went into like sit mode, making it right. If you could say one thing to this version of yourself, what would you tell that person, that former version of you?
You dumb.
Okay.
You dumb. That's not true.
That's still being harsh. Someone who's feeling disappointed, discouraged, sad.
I think it actually came from my mom. My mom actually talked to me afterwards, and I think I'd probably say the same thing that she did, is obviously you weren't ready for it. What can you do to be ready for it the next time? And be there to support your friend. That's the biggest thing, is that she did it, and being her support, because she might not feel like she deserves it. Or there might be some feeling to her that you can help and be there for her. And that also might help you in figuring out why she got it. I think that's honestly what my mom told me.
And this is why you still feel this way. So thinking about that though, it's still so accomplishment driven.
Yeah.
It's don't feel how you feel about it and do something for someone else, which is something that we've been taught our entire lives. Don't allow yourself to feel hurt, discouraged, disappointed in any of this, and show up for other people, right? So when you can't do that, and you are experiencing something where you feel disappointed, discouraged, or sad, you feel like a failure. Fair?
Yes.
So, yes, that's really great that your mom said that, but also that's where the belief is coming from. So you probably had this same exact experience when you got that, where you didn't get that promotion, right? Can I be happy for the other person that got it? Can I try to learn, right?
And I was, and I did, and I supported her.
So let me go back to, if you were actually to validate that person's experience, that version of yourself's experience, just you, not thinking about what your mom said, what would you have said? It's okay to feel upset.
Pretty much. I would just say that you're not a failure, first and foremost, and that it is okay to actually be sad, disappointed, discouraged. So validating those feelings and those emotions.
Right.
So then I probably could have actually gone through it instead of just letting them pass over.
Right. I like to call those core experiences where we anchored how to cope with something in a way that felt healthy at the time, but actually was super unhealthy. So when you feel disappointment, where do you feel that in your body?
Oh, that's definitely that's in my
Heart?
Oh,
where
yeah.
do you, discouraged? Where do you feel that? Same?
Honestly,
What about sadness? That's your head?
that's in my head.
So I want you to think about touching your heart real quick, closing your eyes, and I want you to think about disappointment and discouraged.
We're supposed to train after this?
I know. This is what happens when you work with people that are high achievers and athletes. They're like, let me make a joke to not actually feel whatever it is that I'm feeling.
Stop calling me out.
Cool. Disappointment and discouraged. It takes 90 seconds to process an emotion. People don't think about this. But we just have to give it the attention that it needs and honor that to be able to actually move forward and let it go.
And it takes me 10 seconds to make a joke.
I know. So close your eyes. Deep breath. I want you to focus in right on your heart. And as you breathe out, I want you to think of, I'm letting disappointment go. I'm letting feeling discouraged go. And then I want you to direct your attention to your head where you're feeling like that sadness you were talking about.
You're going to make me cry right now. That's what happens when I've
got to process emotions to be successful. Do you want to sit with the disappointment and discouraged a little bit longer?
No.
All right. Okay. So let's go to sadness. Let's go into our head. want you to think about this bright light shining through your head that is just letting the sadness kind of go. It's being taken from you, and you're just releasing it.
I hate you right now, but I love you at the same time. This is my best friend.
And then I also want you to let all of that just sit with you for a second. And you're creating safety in your body right now, which is so wonderful. You can actually do that for yourself, right? So now we're going to go to the new belief. This is the fun part.
So she says.
The new belief is what? So if we don't think this, what do we think? What do we believe? What's the story you want to actually believe about yourself?
I'm learning, I'm growing, because if I do, what's the quote that they say all the time is that the master fails more times than the beginner has even tried. So happy to fail because, well, at that, for this, I'm just thinking about just at soccer, happy to have failed because I learned, I grew, and I got it the following year. Mm-hmm. But I think that that's
right.
Really what it is that it's growth.
Learning or
growing. I like growing better.
I do too. Where's that anchored into? When you think about I am growing,
it's
where
so
in your
my
body?
heart. That makes me happy. It makes me happy.
Okay. So I am growing. It's in your heart. When was experience that you had where this belief was actually happening?
Is it bad if I say promotion again? But it's not. It's a promotion that I got, but completely different from that one.
No. I want you to think about something that has nothing to do with your accomplishments.
Ooh. With the way that I am communicating with people, that's a way that I've developed better skills, and I actually take the time to think and process what.
Can I stop you?
Yes.
I want you to think about something that you've done for yourself and not what you've done for other people.
But that was for myself because that was a big struggle for me growing up, and then I stopped being me. Stopped talking to people. I only focused on actions. So I was constantly working out all the time, and I tried to find different outlets instead of being a better communicator about things. I would leave.
Why is communication important to you?
I like being around people.
Okay.
But for a lot of reasons is because I feel like it's developing my sense of self.
So you feel like it's directed to your self-worth. Cool. I like that. Emotionally, how have you grown? I know this because I know you, but go ahead.
What? Emotionally, how have I grown?
Right. How has this belief been created in your own emotional growth? Come on. Don't get all shy now. You've never been shy before.
I feel like I'm supposed to say something specific, and I don't know.
Really? I heard you've been regulating your nervous system. I don't know.
I have been.
Why have you been regulating your nervous system?
Because I want better connections with myself and with other people, and building rapport with other people, and also finding the people that should be in my circle to better develop myself, because I feel like you can't do it alone. So finding the people that I should be surrounding myself with instead of in my past.
Who you want to be surrounding yourself with, not because you should.
Well, isn't it both?
I guess it could be.
Because I should be surrounding myself with people like you.
Well, thank you.
I should be.
Well, you could be.
And I want to.
That is one thing I always tell people to replace with. Should. I hate shoulding. Like, people should on themselves. I should be doing this. I should be doing that. You could be doing it. The opportunity is there.
True.
Anyways, so now that we've got this little picture here, do you see how this is very different already from this line?
Yeah, because I'm super happy.
So
we can work out now. I feel super happy now.
So I am growing. What feelings, sensations pop up in your body as we're thinking about that?
Happy, giddy, bright. I feel like there's a light.
What else we got?
I don't know. I feel like I can laugh.
Joy?
I just feel joy.
Laugh. I like it. Body, sensation. Warm. What else? Energized? What's the thoughts?
I don't know. I just feel happy and joyful, and I want to laugh, and I want to work out, and I want to...
Thoughts?
That's what my thoughts are literally right now.
Okay. Would you say, I can do this?
Motivated? Inspired?
Proud of yourself?
Yes.
No, not yet. We won't put it down there yet.
Not yet.
I'm going to put it here because I'm going to draw it in. This is core to who you are, like yourself. You're not doing it for anyone else. We're here where your mom was like, I'm so proud, you should be proud of your friends. Great. That's just part of who you are as a person. You're going to be proud of other people, but you can't do that to escape your experience. So with this, it's more of you being anchored into your self-worth, self-development, intuition, connection. That's all being connected to yourself. This is so external, right? So we need to anchor our new beliefs into ourselves. That's what needs to happen, because we think this is us being anchored into ourselves, but then something happens where we're triggered and it completely dysregulates us. So the new belief is always needing to be anchored into ourselves and what we have control over, which is ourselves. So when we think I am growing and you start to experience that happy, bright, joy, laugh, does that all feel like you're connected to your heart too? Mm-hmm. So I want you to think about that. So close your eyes. Where in your body do you feel like I am growing comes up? It's in your heart. Is there anywhere else that you feel it? Your hands. What's going on with your hands? Tingly. Okay.
Because I think of growing as planting something, allowing it to grow.
Love that.
Working with my hands.
Okay, so I want you to close your eyes. Have your hands and your palms up, facing up. Take a deep breath and repeat, I am growing 3 times.
I am growing.
Slower this time.
Makes me happy though. I am growing.
Perfect. Love it. Open up that heart. Say it 3 more times.
I am growing.
That you are, my friend. So that is how I help people rewire their new belief system. Now, this isn't going to happen overnight. You're not going to wake up tomorrow and be like, yes, I am growing.
I might.
But this is something to think about when it comes to process of being able to anchor in new beliefs to rewire our old beliefs. Because our old belief is just this story of I am a failure, and it's all based on these external things, whereas the new belief, you have to continuously anchor into that. So taking the time in the morning to think about I am growing and doing just something simple like I just did with Mia, where you open up your palms because that's where you feel it, right? We connected to our heart, and then you said you felt it in your palms, so we did that. That took, 5 minutes, right? So that's how you rewire the new belief, is being able to connect to it and then be able to connect to your body and then connect to the story that is in this new belief, even if the belief hasn't happened yet. Sound good?
I love my bestie.
Cool. Mia, thank you for being, we only got through one belief today, but maybe we'll do it another one, but, so you deal?